Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This reading today is about the coming transit for Jupiter in Cancer and also the full moon in Sagittarius. And of course, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so expansion and growth, abundance. So the Wheel of Fortune is associated with Jupiter. That is why I have chosen three Wheels of Fortune from each tarot deck. And also, I am going to gift you an extended reading, an extra pile for those of you who sign up for the newsletter. So, first pile, we have Leo, Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius. And this is your card. Sorry for that. Okay, that's better. Okay. So the third pile we have Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Capricorn. And this is your fortune card related to the goddess Lakshmi. Okay, so for the third pile, we have Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aries. And this is your Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using your Wheel of Fortune card, the tarot deck, the zodiac sign, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1. So let's see how this Jupiter in Cancer cycle is going to benefit you. Let's not forget that Jupiter in Cancer is exalted, so it is a very comfortable position for Jupiter. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we have Iris of the Rainbows. The end of stormy weather. The Singer of Intuition. And the Book. A paradox. Opposite energies. The resolution of those, or the recognition. Okay, let's see what else. How is this Jupiter in Cancer transit benefiting pile number 1? Also with the full moon in Sagittarius, see, really powerful entrance. Grief and adversity. Okay. Marriage card. And a little child. Okay. So there might be sort of a contradiction between what is written and what is real, or something that I feel like it can be something related to some sort of bureaucracy that you have. It's like you have this strange feeling that something's off about it, like a contract or something like a paper, a specific paper that might be a little bit off, and your intuition is guiding you to resolve this. Because I think that this is bringing you some sort of like you have trouble because of that, but you're not aware that it is because of that small mistake maybe, or contradicting contradicting information that might create some difficulty there. Okay. Okay. So we have Moon in Scorpio with power, Mercury in Scorpio with secrets, Sun in Pisces with vision, Sun in Cancer with resourcefulness, Venus in Pisces with submission, and Saturn in Scorpio with inheritance. Wow. So I think that there might be some things from the past that are kind of weighing on your mind a little bit, or they're having like a role, too big of a role in your decision making at the moment, and the vision that you have, so the perspective that you have about things might be covered somehow by a piece of paper, or by some sort of like monkey business, like this little monkey, or something that you're not aware of. It's like there's something powerful hidden, like a secret, something that is secret. But you're going to see that, and it's going to change your access to resources. It's also going to give you access to like a specific type of wealth. And I feel like it's going to give you a lot of freedom. Maybe you're even like enthusiastic like a child when you see it. There's this, that's also a characteristic of Jupiter, enthusiasm. So I feel like you're discovering something and you're like, this is the thing I was looking for. I'm so excited that I found this. This is the solution to that problem that I had. And it's because you have an intuition. It's because you have this glimpse. And you're going to be made aware of something. And it will be as a resolution. It's a solution to a problem. You're going to have access to the information that was secret and is now accessible, that sets you free, and that is a resolution to a problem. So it's going to end a period of grief and adversity. It's like seeing the rainbow for the first time for many months or even years, like seeing hope. There's hope. It's like you gain the access to this castle. You find your way out of this maze. Finally. The Knight of Cups. Seven of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. So this was the card that I chose to represent the Jupiter energy. So the Seven of Cups. Maybe it's even like there are other options. Someone presented you a set of options, but there are even more options. And maybe they were hiding those options from you, or they presented you a certain set of options so that you wouldn't consider the real one, the best one. And it wasn't, it was like a direct, trying to direct your energy and your attention towards something that was wasteful. It seemed like a waste. It seemed like something that wasn't going to, or something that was going to keep you in a cage. Like, okay, I will give this person this option, this set of options, so they keep going round and round in circles, and they're entrapped, and they don't have access to the whole castle, to the whole fortune. Eight of Pentacles. And the Prince of Swords. This has something to do with knowledge or gaining a skill of something, doing something that is very productive and important to you, something that can bring you a lot of wealth. I feel like this can be related to career, related to your work, or to the management of wealth, possessions, or the honing of skills. Like if you don't know how to do a certain thing, if you don't know exactly the steps that you have to take towards something that you really desire, someone might give you this roadmap that is making you going round in circles, making you go round in circles. But you're breaking free from that because of some sort of truth that emerges. Okay, so what's that truth about? 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. 2 of Swords. And the Hanged Man. I feel like this person, they presented themselves as having a lot of influence, but actually they don't. They don't have power over the situation. They presented themselves as having power over that situation because they kind of pulled on your heartstrings. They maybe there was something kind of seductive about how they presented the options. There was something that was like a little dance, you know, like it was enchanting, or it felt good in the moment. It felt good, but then the water started to become stale, and there's this inertia. But I feel like this person knows that their position is very weak. It's like they have surrendered. They know they don't have the power to keep this any longer. They have to give it up. The 5 of Swords. Five of Wands. Okay. The Five of Pentacles. 555. This is just defeat, conflict, worry. This is loss. And then you have the Nine of Cups with happiness. That's so interesting. There's great happiness in letting this go. How come? It's like letting go is freeing your mind so that you see the other options. Oh, so maybe this person is giving you the impression that if you do things the way they are showing you or the way they advise you to do, is the only way for you not to be defeated. But somehow you have to go through the sensation and the impression of being defeated in a conflict. But the thing is that the emotional reality isn't here as a loss. It's here as a win, as a great wish fulfillment, as a great fortunate event. So this is why it's contradictory. It's it's a polar situation. It's polarized. It's as if defeat and victory are somehow intertwined. It can feel confusing, but it can also be part of the resolution. And maybe there's something that you need to let go to win. Is that so? What is it? The Tower. You need to let go of the destruction of something? Six of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. It's a great financial success, great like earning, being generous, controlling your assets, knowing what you're worth, knowing how you can manage your energy and your financial situation, your wealth, your possessions, whatever they may be. There's also something here that about a loss that becomes a win. So a loss that becomes an instant win. There's this power that is losing its grasp on you. It's like you're becoming the bird, the free bird, and you're escaping something that's collapsing because you're getting what you need and more. It's very paradoxical, but it's also like one thing is a part of the other. So for one thing to grow, something else needs to contract or to be deconstructed, be teared down. Wow, the Empress, that's growth, that's abundance. In every sort of way, but also like the ways you can sustain yourself and work, the things that you do. You might be working in different projects at the same time, and that's natural. It comes naturally to you to have all these different front lines, and it's healthy for your mind to do different things. You're becoming very skillful at each one of those, and also the switches. And there's a lot of mind power. There's a lot of great ideas, like geniality. There's a certain genius to the way you execute your ideas, and how you plan them, how you think, how you strategize, and also a skillful application of those ideas. I think you're going to have a lot of work, a lot of things on your table, a lot of toys, a lot of things to, like pieces to move around. And it's turning a loss into a win, instant win. And also to solve a problem. It's solving a problem. Okay, now I felt something about timing, so maybe this is something that is like in a very quick and sudden turn of events here. Like a great turnaround, a great massive shift, like sudden. Okay, something about timing here. The Prince of Cups. This is the King of Cups. Sorry about that. Okay. King of Cups. I don't know. It feels like a guardian angel, like something kind of whispers, some kind of energy comes to you as a whisper or as a gentle breeze, whispers in your ear something that is nudging you towards love. And that's why you turned something that seemed like a loss into a great win, a great way to make a dream come true. It turns into also something that is a powerful expression. Using a powerful expression also. Maybe it's a word that is that touches you deeply, or a message that touches you deeply, and it changes your outlook on the situation. It clears that obscurity, it clears that block that came from before. It came from someone who didn't want you to know all the options, or someone who didn't want you to have all the information. There's this split second of trust in your guidance, trust in your guardian angel, or whatever you may feel like is analog to that energy. And this Jupiter transit, I feel like you're getting a lot of guidance, a lot of intuitive hits, and you're seeing a lot of things that you're not used to seeing about life, but it's expanding your perspective on things. It might seem like there's a return to innocence, also like you're being made aware of, it's like negativity that is turned into positivity and optimism, and somehow that also nurtures your skills. That's interesting. It's as if it informs your reasoning, the feelings, that the positive feelings that come from that, they inform your reasoning, and it becomes more expansive. It just nurtures more things. You have more time to nurture more things. That's also one thing that I see here, is that during this Jupiter transit, you're going to feel like you have more time. Like even time itself is going to expand for you. Maybe your perception is accelerating, so time seems slower. It's like a frame rate. Like the more frames, the slower. That's not exactly the correct description, but the speed is, the speed of your perception is increased and the speed of time is decreased. So you have more awareness. You have more awareness. You can include more wisdom into your decisions, more elements, and also do different things at the same time, like incredible multitasking techniques that you're going to develop during this time. And Jupiter's transit is about a year or 13 months. So I figure like this whole Jupiter transit is going to be very productive for you. It's going to be a great shift in the way you work and the way you perceive, the way your cognitive abilities are going to be increased. That might also heighten your sensitivity, and it is Jupiter in Cancer, so there might be like a lot of emotions that are coming, that are becoming bigger. It's like when you fall in love or when you love, it's really intense. It's really heart opening, and it's also, because it's expansive, it's also not so much stuck on your like inner or more intimate life. It just transpires, it just opens, this like a flower. It blooms in front of everyone, and it's seen by everyone, and it's celebrated. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. So also extra information, if you want to get the extended Jupiter reading, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter, and we will keep in touch. Bye. Pile number 2. So let's see what this Jupiter in Cancer, this Jupiter transit is going to bring you. Is blessing of expansion. Okay. The Oakman. The Topsy-Turvets. Sorry. The Sage. Interesting. Okay. Pile number 2. What is expanding in your life? Main person. Sorry about that. Wow, it's really hard to focus today. Sorry. Gloomy thoughts. Okay. And high honors. Okay, interesting. The focus is super difficult. So sorry. I don't know why. Okay, what is now expanding in pile number 2's life? We have Mercury in Capricorn with organization. Okay. Sun in Pisces with vision. Venus in Cancer with birth. Sun in Gemini with versatility. Venus in Scorpio with secrets. Saturn in Sagittarius with fulfillment. Brilliant. Okay. Let's see what the tarot has to say to pile number 2. Okay, so 7 of Swords. The Tower or oppression with the Wawalak. The Twins. And 7 of Cups with the 7 of Staves. That's so interesting. Pile number 1 had 5, 5, 5, like the sequence of 5s. And now you have this sequence of 7s with the Tower in the middle. Wow. So, So this is surely going to be a period where your perspective on life is probably going to have to change. It's like the whole outlook on life. And I feel like there might be a little bit of a weight of responsibility falling upon your shoulders that might be a little bit scary at first. It might release some feelings. It might bring to the light something very deep inside of you. It's like this arcane knowledge that comes to the surface. It's like discovering something really powerful about your genealogy or your family tree, or just something about the story of your family or the story of where you came from. There's something that turns your life a little bit upside down, or it expands your knowledge. It's interesting that We also had the secrets card in the first pile. There's something about this energy, this Jupiter energy, that is also quite revealing. Maybe some things are starting to be too big to hide, almost like the belly of a pregnant woman, when it becomes too big to hide with the clothing. So it's something that can't be hidden anymore, something that needs to be birthed, that needs to come out. It can't be suppressed, it can't be confused, and sorry, it can't be obscured any longer. It can't be treated like something that's not important. That's something that I feel here. So it's like you can't overlook this any longer. There's something that you can't overlook any longer. And I feel like it's about your responsibility. It's like having a responsibility towards something. Ukemochi with transformation. Wow, I don't know about the focus today. Rhiannon with movement. This is the Chariot. Transformation, movement. Wow. Power with the Emperor or Freya. Accepting the responsibility for something. It's also the expression of some very ancient wisdom, a very well known or well established wisdom. You have the sage and the oakman. This is really ancient wisdom. It's something that is tried and tested, something that is very balanced, and that required a lot of experience and trial and error, and maybe generations and generations of people to get right. That's why I was saying, like, you discovering something that is arcane, that is archaic, that is very, very ancient, or having access to something that was related to that inside yourself that might have been on the sidelines or somehow repressed or not used. Underestimated. You're not going to be underestimated. It will feel like responsibility, and it will be a little bit heavy, but it is your personal power. Maybe there's something there that's so big. But it's like your birthright. There's something here about your birthright. The Four of Cups. And the Six of Swords. I feel like you're rejecting something and moving on. You're rejecting something and moving on. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Three of Cups. There's something here about you being presented to people, being how do you say that? You know, the debutante? So like this coming of age ceremony and showing, like being shown to society, and being like in between the two worlds, like between the child and the adult, and then being presented to the world. But there's still this transition time here that I feel like is going to be like the feeling of this cycle, Jupiter cycle, which is a year, about a year, 13 months. It's going to feel like something like a pregnancy. So this kind of in-between state, or a kind of adolescence, you know, like this in-between state, like you're not a child, you're not an adult, you are not yet born, so you're not yet a newborn baby, but you're already living, right? You're already perceiving and learning, but there's kind of this limbo. And then you make the move. Then you make a move. And that move is towards Six of Cups. There's a lot of repetition. You have 3, 3, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7. So once again, I feel like the past is very relevant here. You're getting something from the past, and it's part of you moving forward, which is a little bit strange. It sounds like it's the opposite directions, like moving in opposite directions. But somehow getting that thing from the past, or getting that information, that conscious, that awareness, it moves you forward. Getting to the root of something, because the oakman, it reminds me of roots, and the sage also, it's a very like dark, where the vegetation is dark, is in the dark, and then coming to the surface. So being presented, being shown to other people, and this is going to be a period of great financial success. I feel like there's going to be a lot of flow in that area. Things are going to flow. You're going to take some work. There's going to be work, like you're going to have there's like a job to be done. There's something to be done, and responsibilities. But there's a lot of success here. It's also something that's very apparent. It's very, it's like gaining notoriety also. So I'm very interested in this movement. So because you have all the movement here with the Chariot and Freya's Chariot also, and the transformation, I feel like the movement is coming from something from the past that takes a different turn. you take a like a completely different approach to something from the past. It seems to be a shift in purpose, like your purpose, something about your purpose changes. There's also something here about creating a comfortable home life, and it's also Jupiter in Cancer, so an expansion in home life, or a move, a relocation, having more than one home, or some like a back and forth of between two places or more than one place, more than two places. I feel like there's comfort also. It's like taking comfort in, so, okay, let me rephrase that. So finding a comfortable position after a change or a mutation in your body and in your life that required this upside down position, this contortionist movement. I feel like there's this feeling of falling into a comfortable position, like getting home and sitting on the couch, after a day's work, or after a workout, something pleasurable. It feels pleasurable, it feels comfortable, although there is a notorious and a quite evident increase in responsibility. But that responsibility is rooted in something deep, like something that you know very well, something that you, it's not control. It's not exactly a skill. It's just that you have a lot of experience, something that you have worked on for a long time, and you feel very confident, and it comes automatically. It's something that comes second nature to you. Maybe there's also something that will help this flow, like the cash flow, or the flow of abundance, financial success, and also career success, something work related, like having things flowing with work, with responsibility, but still flowing. There's a lot of movement. I feel like there's a lot of movement, although the wisdom and the comfort that you feel is very well rooted and very deep. It comes from the wisdom of experience. But there's a lot of movement, and I feel like it comes from this phase of like trying to bend over backwards, trying to make something work. And with all these sevens, I feel like it was awkward, like this feeling of awkwardness, and then there's this transformation and this movement, and it becomes comfortable, it becomes nice, it becomes like feeling at home, like getting home and decompressing, relaxing, decompressing. It is a decision. I feel like it's a decision that you make. It's not exactly something that happens to you. It's a decision that you make after you are aware of a situation, after the truth emerges about a situation. I don't feel like that truth is specifically related to the things that are set in motion afterwards, but it was maybe something that was draining your energy, or that was somehow something that was stuck in the past, maybe, or someone. But I feel like it's it's a part of you really that just needs to come with you. It is about the past. There's this feeling of nostalgia and also this feeling of home, of feeling at home. And I feel like this Jupiter transit is going to feel comfortable. So it's like getting home, feeling at home. It feels really nice, although it still comes from this transformation that is possibly still felt, and even in your body, even in your daily rituals. Interesting. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter if you want to also get this extended Jupiter reading that I'm gifting to all my followers that subscribe. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. File number 3. Let's see what this Jupiter transit is going to bring you. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Let's see this one. And yeah. Okay. So we have the green woman. The singer of the chalice. And unity. Okay. What else do we have for pile number 3? On this Jupiter transit. We have work, occupation, court person, and success in love. Beautiful. So it sounds like you're going to be very fortunate and blessed in anything that has to do with bureaucracy and work related. I feel like all of the piles were a bit work related somehow. It's interesting that it might be something wider, like even more collective, some change in how we work might be happening. Okay. And so I feel like you might be meeting like new business partners or great business partners, having great business opportunities. Saturn in Virgo with isolation. Mars in Aries with impulsiveness. Moon in Pisces with empathy. It's like finding people who understand you, and maybe that was hard. Mars in Cancer with quarrel. Yeah. And Sun in Aries with assertion. So there's like this thing here between competition and partnership. But I feel like with this success in love and unity, I feel, and the singer of the chalice also, it's being on the receptive end of great fortune, great blessings. Green woman is about the growth and expansion of everything it touches. It's I feel like there's something of the energy of the Empress card here, being on the receptive end of a connection. and receiving. So receiving gifts from, or receiving offers, receiving gifts, receiving opportunities, collaborating with people that you admire, that you feel that are very powerful and very unique. There's something unique to them. There's something that you love about them. There's also something about doing a work that you really love. Okay. We have the Death card with Kali. The blessings of Babaji. And the world. So the blessings of Babaji is an extra card in this deck, and it's supposed to be replaced by another one, and all that it touches is somehow blessed, and it's even more fortunate. So this reading has to do with thing that you're most fortunate in, specifically in this next Jupiter transit. So I feel like it has something to do with the opportunities coming to you related to work and career, or anything about collaborations, other people. So there's certain emphasis on the other people that come to you. So maybe they're particularly powerful, or they have something very special about them that makes them like a very special contribution. They're somehow transformative. They can even be good teachers, but with hands-on experience, so I don't feel like they're going to be specifically like spiritual leaders or something like that, but I feel like they have a very approachable, and like there's something approachable about them. There's something about also being warm and being like them demonstrating their love for you, their appreciation for you, and you also loving the collaboration and the relationship. Okay, blessings from Babaji. Wow. Strength card with Durga for blessings from Babaji. I'm going to put this right here. Okay. Incredible. So transformative relationships in your career, people who are going to help you move forward with what you are passionate about, the thing that you are striving for. Your effort is going to be rewarded. It's going to get you somewhere. It's going to get you the world. That's how I'm feeling. It's going to get you a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities coming for you. The pages of staves, or staffs, wands. More than one person. Maybe there's a lot of people involved in this. Maybe there's more than one. But I feel like there's a specific person that's very interesting, that's very powerful and influential, but there's going to be more. Wow. And you have the wheel as a consequence, as the outcome. So the outcome is even more expansion. So this movement that comes with this Jupiter transit is going to resonate. It's going to echo afterwards. So for the coming years, I feel like the consequences of what you do during this cycle are going to be amplified. death again. So you have both versions of death. So I feel like the partnerships that you choose, the people that you choose to be at your side right now, they're going to have a massive impact in your life for the coming years. And they're so transformative for you that they're going to shape who you are also. They're going to how do I say this? They're going to nurture your power. They're going to feed you somehow and nourish you somehow and inspire you greatly. The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. It's like giving birth to a new you. And also, I can't stress this enough. It's getting a lot of lucky breaks and lucky moments of like I get the contact of this person that I admire so much, like I get to talk to that person that I really love, like having an impact on other people, having a very profound impact and influence over others, like leaving an impression. Wow, Two of Pentacles. So I was saying, leaving a strong impression on other people. And I feel like this is going to be an ongoing thing for you. This is going to be like your daily life. The High Priestess. It has a spiritual dimension to it. It also can have a creative, artistic even aspect to it. So if you work in like the healing community or in the occult arts, anything that's esoteric, any kind of spiritual path that you are developing, or even an art form such as writing or even science, because Saraswati, which is representing the High Priestess, is the goddess of the higher wisdom, of the sublime, of beauty and knowledge, of reason, of science. So exact science also. So that might also be the focus of your work. I feel like this is going to be this coming year and a month, because the Jupiter cycle is 13 months, is going to be the best opportunity for you to assert yourself and to show everyone who you really are, to show what you're made of. This is also giving birth to a new you. Two of Swords. To me, this is about trusting. And you have the Babaji axis here. It's about trust and hope and faith in yourself, faith in life, faith in yourself and faith in life. But also, what is your faith? Like, to what are you devoted to? What is your main devotion? What is your spiritual devotion? Or maybe your spirituality is about art or is about science. Maybe your work is the way you perform your spirituality. There's something here about this ongoing process of development, self-development, and also of presenting something that is useful for other people or that is purposeful. The Nine of Swords. That's interesting. So I feel like this, in the middle of this flow state, because you're getting to that flow state on a daily basis, maybe there's going to be things that you need to cut away from your life. They can be habits, they can be thought forms, and they can be people, ideas, concepts. I am inclined to think that your mindset is going to change because you're birthing a new you. You have two deaths here. Both of them, they're working to transform you, to transform who you are in, you know, how you, who you are in the core of your being. There's something even more powerful here. I feel like it's going to feel like birthing a new personality. It might even feel like birthing a new person. The comparison that I can, like, I don't know if any of you have done like very serious and restrictive forms of meditation with a lot of austerity. For instance, I'm reminded of Vipassana style. And I feel like there's something deeply transformative here, like an event like that, like going into a retreat or retreat mode, but it's not something passive at all. It's something really powerful. So it can also be you going through this for instance, if you're pushing to be better in your profession, or if you're trying to change something in the way you work, and you develop a new discipline, or you develop a new method of doing things, and you stick to it as a as you enter a kind of flow state with it, it ends up creating a different you. And that different you, that different person, is going to feel strange. Well, actually it's the reverse. The new person is going to look at the old person with strangeness and maybe a little rejection. That might be also presented to you as a challenge, like the daily challenge to not reject, to include in the flow state, which is strange because it's transformation, but it's something that you can't let go if you feel like you reject it. It's, you know, if you can't press it away, you can't push it away. It has to go naturally, and it does, because there's the flow state. Trusting the process, trusting the flow state is going to shut down your thoughts and to help you focus on more on the task at hand and in that specific flow state, and not so much in the analyzing of the process itself, of where I'm at, where I'm, you know, being too aware of what you're doing. It removes you from the flow state. And when I say aware, I'm not saying non-judgmental, because if you start combating, if you start to argue with yourself, you might kind of convince yourself out of doing, out of the focus, out of the now, out of the moment, and it distracts you from the flow state. Wow, the star. So it continues to expand, and it's kind of infinite. It's there's no limits to the expansion that you can attain from this process that is blessed by Saturn in this specific transit. It goes into the future. It echoes all throughout your life. So you have the opportunity with this transit to birth a new you that will take you like a spaceship towards the future. And every possibility is open afterwards. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter so you can also get the extended reading for this Jupiter transit. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.